Hi friends, Renee Keese here with Carolina Creative. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm here with another crafting idea for you today. I'm going to play with the Ice Cream Swirl stamps and dies today, and I'll show you some things I've already punched out. I'm going to make a gatefold card, but it's not the standard gatefold that opens like doors. This is going to open top and bottom. It'll be a little bit unusual because of the length of the ice cream cone and then the swirled ice cream on top. I've already done some die cutting just to save time with the video today. I have used the ice cream cone dies and punched out the cone and given it the texture. I think this is just really cool. I've also punched out the ice cream top, and so you'll see it's just white. I used basic white and the solid background, and then I've also punched out the swirl in my color of choice today, as you will see. I will get that out of there in just a minute. And I've even punched out a strawberry. Then I'm going to show you how to stamp it if you want to punch a shape first and then stamp later. So let me flip the camera down and show you how I'm going to make this gatefold that's a little bit unusual because it's not the standard. I'll do a little bit of stamping and then some cutting, and you'll see how it all goes together. So here is my work surface. I have cut my Fruity Flamingo cardstock. I've taken the piece of cardstock and cut it long ways. So now I have 11 by 4 1/4. So I cut it at 4 1/4. And now I'm going to score it so that it will fold top and bottom, and then my inside of the card will fit like this. So what I need is to score at 2 3/4. And I'll run this side through 2 3/4, and I could have slid it through, but I'm just going to spin it around and do another 2 3/4. And this way, when I close it up, it should meet in the, it should meet in the middle, and my insert will go right inside. So let me just give this a quick burnish so I have a nice crisp fold there. And I should be done with my cutting scoring tool, so I'll get that out of the way. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you how this is going to go together. I want my cone to be on the bottom half, and I'm going to assemble my ice cream scoop with my swirl here on the top. So this is going to hang over just a little bit, but I'll start assembling all these parts and pieces after I do my stamping. So I'm going to work from the inside out. On the inside, I want to stamp a sentiment. I've got my Flirty Flamingo, which matches. Oh, I failed to tell you. I also just have, it was a scrap of paper left over from the celebration sale, but it does have Flirty Flamingo, and it's a two-tone, so it has a real pale pink in there too. I'm going to use that as a background on the top. Like I said, I just found a scrap. There's a lot of different ways you could do this. You could pick different colors. I've done this before using like granny apple green and white, and made it a swirl, and then put like chocolate chips in it. You can stamp these on there, and so it looks like a mint chip. It's really cute. So you can do a lot of different colors with this. Your imagination, there's just no limit to what you can do. So here I've got the stamp that says, "Hope your day is sweet." I want to put this on the inside of the card. And for right now, I'm not going to add any other embellishment in there. I'm just going to leave it with a cute saying. That will be my inside. I've got another scrap here. I'm just going to stamp the Make-A-Wish, and I'm actually going to cut this apart. I don't have room, I don't think, on the card to put this whole thing on there. So I will cut this and give it some jagged edges and play with that. So let me show you, because I've already punched out the strawberry, I'm now going to stamp the shape and then color it in. So I'm using my Memento Black for this. I've had pretty good success lining it up this way and stamping. But the other way to do it is to flip your stamp. It's already inked. I'm now going to lay this on the top, and the trick is not to move it. I'm going to give it a nice press with another block, and now you see I have very quickly stamped strawberry, and it came out just perfect. So I've pulled out 2 of my Stampin' Blends markers. I am going to, this is actually Poppy Parade, and I want to use the other end, the more paintbrush end. I'm going to color this in. This is going to be a very bright strawberry. I want this to really pop. So I'm just coloring this in, giving it a little bit of darker shading here. I could use the color lifter if I wanted to lighten it a little bit and give it some contrast. Because these leaves are so tiny, I am using the finer pen tip here just to give the top here a little bit of color. There we go. Oh, and this was, what did I put? Dark jade. I mean, you could pick any shade of green. I think that's actually a retired color, but it was just the right shade that I was looking for. So that should be it. That's my stamping. Let me now look at assembling. I'm going to go ahead and glue my ice cream together before I start putting it onto the card. And so I want to pop this out because I already did the die cutting. Here, it's separating. So now you can see what the swirl's going to look like. Ah, it's going to be so cute. And I'm going to use liquid glue for this because of all these fine little lines in here. Actually, using the other glue can be very helpful too. If you have a fine tip glue pen, this works really well. But this is just as, I'm just going to go ahead and play with this. I can pretty much control and just put a little bit of glue where I need it. I want to make sure that there's a little bit of glue holding all these edges and then a little bit in the middle here so that that can't pop up. So I'm just dotting a very thin line of glue. Otherwise it can kind of squirt out when I press it on here, which is what I'm about to do. So now I've got my two-tone swirl and there's just a little bit of glue coming out. I'm probably going to, I'm going to dab at this. I'm probably going to put Wink of Stella on there and that'll help camouflage the little bit of glue that came out. So just for simplicity, again, from the bottom up, I'll go ahead and put this on the inside. So dot a little bit of glue on the edges. Now it did save me some time to go ahead and do the die cutting first. I just ran all that through, you know, took 1 or 2 times to go through and get that done. But now this will assemble a lot faster. So I'm going to match up my cone all the way to the edge of the card here. And for this, I do want to go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal on the back side. And I'm going to end up trimming, trimming the bottom of this because it's actually bigger than my card. And so I will be trimming off a little bit of the bottom because it's going to overhang, but not by much. So put this here. Yep, see that little bit? I'll trim that off when I'm done. That will line up. I'm going to put my pretty piece of paper. It just adds a little bit more color and pop. Again, my seal's right here, so I'm just going to make sure I got the corners really good and one down the middle. And put this on to give a little bit of contrast. And now I'm going to line up my ice cream. Now the trick here is to make sure that I don't get any adhesive on the overhang because that would seal this shut and you wouldn't be able to open the card. So once I see where I'm going to line this up, I'm actually going to put my fingers on the bottom to remind myself not to put adhesive there. And then across the top and make sure I get the tip. Now, liquid glue would have worked just as well. There we go. Let's see, line that up like that. So what I'm going to do is cut apart my sentiment that I stamped here that says Make a Wish. I don't need these edges to be absolutely square. So I'm going to separate this. I'll do this where you can see what I'm cutting. It's going to say Make a Wish. And of course the is way too big. So let's just cut an angle on a few of these. There's Make. I'll cut an angle on a couple of these. I'm going this way as well. And then, I don't think I want that quite so big. Yep, I just snipped it up. So I'm going to glue these on just kind of random. Make a wish like this. And I still have to add the strawberry. I wanted to put a strawberry on there, and that will be one of the last things that I do. So let me go ahead and finish with the sentiment. Oh, I've got glue adhering to everything, but that's okay. It's not permanent. It's just a little sticky. Make a wish like this. And then I'm going to put some Wink of Stella on my pretty swirls here. So give this a little sparkle and shimmer. Make sure I've got this flowing. It's a little dry. And this might be the old pen instead of the newest Wink of Stella, but I think this is going to get me enough shimmer on there. It dries more invisible. Right now I can see where I'm putting it, but I just want to have the shimmer. And a little down there. And I could even put it on, I think I will. I'm going to put it on the white swirls here too, so it's a little bit everywhere. Yeah, more sparkle, always good. And then, you know what? It's going to be really cute to make that cherry pop off. I just need to reach for a couple dimensionals. Two of them will probably work on the back of that strawberry. And we'll give it a little bit of a pop off the surface here of the card, just for fun. To me, this looks like summertime. This is just going to be a really cute card for somebody's birthday. And I've got to decide where I'm going to put this. Just like that. Okay. Well, you saw how quickly this went together. Obviously, it would take a little longer if I was doing all the die cutting. But it's not that long. So quick card, let me flip the camera here. A little bit of an unusual fold because it goes top and bottom. It meets in the middle with the ice cream cone, and you just lift the ice cream off the top. Make a wish, hope your day is sweet. I could stamp some of the ice cream if I wanted the shape of the swirly ice cream down there, and I may add that later, but for right now, this is the card I had in mind. You could tie a ribbon on here, like twine or something light across the ice cream cone could be really cute, but for all intents and purposes, this is the card I was envisioning, was a cute ice cream cone. So if you like what you saw here, check out the link. The host code is in the link. It'll take you to my page. You can find me at Carolina Creative or at #Carolina Creative, and I am at StampinUp.net. Thanks for tuning in.